Take it away from him. Under 4 left. The barn is alive again. 52-51.
Got me in my hormones. All gas, no brakes. Score 4-0. If you think you own this place, you get foreclosed. I've been in my head, but it's not about a T3. I like to learn, but there's nothing you can teach me. We all got opinions. You about to hit Dimitri and Mitches. CJ has never really missed.
Starting it right now. You know why? Because I want people to know that you always like to rag on me, but look how late you are. You're not even in frame. I got everything going. We haven't even done a mic check. I already did that. Where have you been? We're recording. Okay.
Sorry, I was running here.
Hold on, you're out of camera. You're out of. You see, I can't get it together.
Selfish. You're selfish.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sports Show YYC on the social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're pretty much everywhere. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, as well as the CJSW, CJSW.com, 90.9 FM radio station, University of Calgary, the second Tuesday of every month. We're there, 11:30 a.m., 8:30 p.m., so don't forget to catch it and follow it on there. And they got a lot of cool shows as well, and I'll just move Mitch into here. But
thanks.
Mitch, how you doing? Glad you could make it, partner.
Thanks, partner. I'm good. Listen, I'm a setup guy. I was setting everything up, making sure we're good. You do a lot more, so I'm not going to sit here and argue and fight with you.
Hold on. It's 50-50. You're the agenda guy.
Okay.
You're the setup guy. I'm the tech guy.
That's it.
I'm the this. It works.
Speaking of agendas,
yeah.
We got a full one today. But before we get to that, let's talk about last week. Last week went a little bit off the hinge. We sit here and we talked about we're doing rapid banter. We're minding each other's business. It's a back and forth that you always get. 199 episodes in, by the way. And then all of a sudden, we talk about the Terry Fox thing. Right. And the Terry Fox scenario went off the hook. Because unfortunately, I wouldn't have thought of Terry Fox. But when you think about Terry Fox, you're like,
yeah, but
pretty good.
Yeah, but Terry didn't even finish the race.
Cut this. Cut the line. Cut the line. I have never received so many text messages, calls,
me neither,
ever about an episode, except for this time. And it was,
you're welcome,
I loved
world.
it. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Boy, did people want to talk about Terry Fox and Wade Gretzky and the rest of the Canadian athletes.
You know what I was surprised about? I re-listened. I kept listening to it, and this was the funny thing. So I'd go, whether it be work or friends. Like I said, you're right. Like so many people messaged us, and we're like, stated their opinion.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, I was actually surprised, a little bit, of who and how many people sided with my.
That's true.
With where I was coming from.
They sided with you, but then there was the other people that were like, wow, Dimitri, I hope I never have an ailment or a problem, and that you're behind me in traffic and throw me into it.
I've battled gout. Okay, so I know.
Yeah, I mean, really close to the same thing. Yeah, really close to the same thing. Well,
it impedes your ability, your mobility. I will end it on this. Going back to it, do I apologize for what I said? No, I don't.
No one's asking you to.
No, but I will say this: what the general consensus is, and maybe sometimes you need to word things better, is you got to compare apples to apples. And I think that is what it comes down to.
I think you and your friends and your band of merry men, whoever's agreeing with you, are just horrible people.
Why men, on. Mitch? Why men?
Women, doesn't matter. It was. I agree. I apologize. All of you humans that are on Dimitri's side, hey.
And so are you,
You're
Mitch.
Horrible.
Mitch.
Horrible
Mitch.
People. Horrible.
Because you know what? You're I wouldn't call you fake, but I will call you. I'm
on the fence.
You're a little bit.
I see where you're coming from. I'm not gonna look. We could go the whole hour on this if you want.
I want you right now on the sports show.
Go ahead.
What did you say to me offline, Dimitri? I agree with you.
I did. Hold on. I didn't just say it offline.
So what do we got on the show today?
I said it.
Moving on.
Hold on, real quick. I said it even on the podcast. If you told me to make a list of the greatest
at the end.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I still said it right on the podcast. If I make a list, Gretzky wins it. I just don't think about Terry Fox, but when you see his accomplishment, and I highly recommend Google what he did, it's amazing.
It's monumental. It's monumental.
That's it. It's monumental. He's a national treasure. We already talked about it. All right. I'm calling an audible. Blue 17. Calling an audible.
Green.
Kill. Omaha.
Green 12.
Normally, I would go right into NHL, but I told you this last week, and I take it to the next level. NFL is a jealous girlfriend, and now they're really jealous.
Yeah.
The NHL's got their deadline coming on Monday, so they're going to get a lot of the headlines. MLB, the Blue Jays are making a run. Tons of teams are making some big signings. And then the NFL said, hey, hold on. Hold on there, partners. We got a whole variety of stuff for you this week. And we start.
It's NFL's one-up guy.
I don't even. They are. They're the one-up guy.
Yeah, they can't stand to see any other sport just have a little week to themselves.
They don't.
And then when they come back, it's in huge fashion.
It's so true.
You know, oh, you got a joke? Okay, let me tell you a joke now. Oh, you got a story? That reminds me of the time when I went sailing in the Mediterranean.
So true.
You caught a trout? Oh, I caught a swordfish.
Oh, that's nice. I have a shark in the back of my car. Yeah, it's so crazy. All right, let's start with this one. Last week, we told you Aaron Rodgers, our boy, Green Bay guy, signed the biggest contract in NFL history, $50 million a year, $200 over the 4 years, $153 guaranteed. And then Deshaun Watson comes out of nowhere just yesterday, said, hey, Cleveland, I want to be on your team, but I don't want to be on your team. Okay, I'll be on your team. 4 years. $230 million guaranteed. I was going to start with Devontae, but this one to me is a little bit bigger, Dimitri, because here's a guy that didn't play last year because of legal problems.
Right.
Says, hey, Houston, get lost. I don't want to be here anymore. Has a whole bunch of teams fighting about him. The Saints, the Panthers, everyone, even Cleveland. Then Cleveland said, we're backing off. And then he's like, pardon me? You don't say no to me. I say no to you. And he goes back there and now has the biggest contract. He beat out the Rodgers, which will take us into the other thing. Thoughts on Deshaun going to Cleveland?
Boy, Cleveland's team just got that much better. They just got that much better because when you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, that's a great team that comes out of that division. Amazing. Now you got Cleveland. Look, a quarterback is just one of the pieces that they're missing. Like Baker Mayfield, he's good. He's not great. No. He's good. He's good enough.
He's good enough,
right? I mean, here's a guy who's definitely helped get them to the playoffs. Right? Here's a guy who's helped make that franchise a lot more exciting than it's been in a very long time. I mean, I don't know what the number is. We should look it up. But here's Cleveland, who's gone through.
It's been like 23 quarterbacks.
23 quarterbacks in 15 seasons kind of thing. It's just stupid, right? So, I was surprised because I truly thought he would just land in New Orleans, right? Because I thought he put Cleveland to the side. I know he told Carolina, pretty much not interested. But great for Cleveland. This is great. That AFC now, holy smokes, it is just... There is action going to be happening in this conference.
It's kind of like the NBA, the East and the West. This is the Western. AFC is now the Western division.
Yeah,
They've got huge. Everybody and anything. With that being said, let's go to the big topic of the week. I won't even tell you what I think about the Deshaun thing. I see you're a fan because you're wearing the burnt orange. So I was just
Did you see? Hold on.
I just noticed it.
Hey, March,
I know it's Texas. I'm
it's
just
March
saying.
Madness. There's a lot going on. Deshaun Watson,
hey,
Clemson, Orange.
Sure.
Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em.
Let's go. From there, let's jump over to the big problem that me and Dimitri now have to deal with.
Yeah.
Last week, we're all pumped. 4 years. We got our Aaron Rodgers. We're
4
good.
more years. 4 more years.
And then all of a sudden, a couple days later, a week later almost, Devontae Adams says, hey, Rodgers, congratulations on the money. You're my boy. I love you. I'm off to Vegas. Devontae signs 4 years, 154-ish, if I'm correct. Highest paid wide receiver now in the NFL. But he goes back with his buddy from Fresno State, his good friend. They're actually very close friends still to this day, Derek Carr. The Las Vegas Raiders, ladies and gentlemen, have said, hey, AFC West, you're now on the clock. Like this, it's like one. You talk about one-up guy. This is one-up division. This is crazy.
It is crazy. It's that right now, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams. But let's go quarterback. Derek Carr.
Right.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I mean, it goes on.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Right? I mean,
buddy,
the guy
excellent.
can play. So
Excellent.
you got all 4 quarterbacks are great in this division.
That's right.
I don't know when the last time we saw that. Maybe the NFC. I don't know. Maybe
No, not like this.
No,
Usually you get like 3 out of 4.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. The time. Yeah, you're right. You'll get 3. So this is incredible. Look, last week we talked about the Band-Aid getting ripped off,
right?
And how Green Bay, good thing they signed Rodgers, because you might as well rip it off in 4 years and keep everyone intact. That I still believe, because Rodgers is the guy who fits that puzzle. I'm not so disturbed by this. If a guy doesn't want to be there,
right?
If a guy they offered him more, and
the reports are coming out, correct?
And he still didn't want to stay,
right?
So you can't force a guy to be there. And as a Packers fan, you look at Rodgers and say he can pretty much work with anyone as long as there is chemistry there, because that relationship with Davante Adams works with both of them combined. You need a guy who could throw it in at a needle in a haystack, and you also need a guy who can catch. He's not going to get that with Derek Carr. He's not going to get it as much.
That's where I completely disagree.
He's not going to get it as much with Derek Carr.
He's not going to get it at first.
He's still going to do great, Mitch. But what I'm saying is Green Bay, I don't mind it. Now you got a first and a second. Sure. Now you got money to play with. Now
not that much money. They're still a little close to the cap.
But you know what, Mitch?
Too close to the sun.
Okay, but you know what? Okay, fine. Lazard has been able to catch the ball.
Oh,
okay,
God.
No, hold on, Mitch. What? These guys can come in. You tighten up the defense. You have Rodgers. Why do we disregard that Rodgers is insane?
Because he's not. He is insane, yes. But Dimitri, he's been insane because he's got another all-star, all-pro wide receiver catching the ball. Do I agree that his chemistry with Derek Carr will be the same as him and Rodgers? Of course not. They haven't been together in like 5 years. But they will get that fixed up by mid-season, if not earlier.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
So Derek Carr has his best friend. They have a relationship. They'll figure it out. Las Vegas made a big move by getting this big receiver. Let's move over to Aaron Rodgers now. Aaron Rodgers says, hey, Green Bay, I want to be part of these managerial decisions. I want this. Rumors now are also saying that he knew that Davante was going to roll out, and you still signed? Thank you. But who are you going to pass the ball? You use the word Lazard? Sure. Dude, they still don't have that chemistry. How many times have we watched Green Bay games where Davante was out and Rodgers was in? Disastrous. Reverse it. Rodgers is out, Davante's in. Disastrous for them. They need each other. And if Rodgers signed that contract knowing that Davante was going to go, then it makes me worry, because this could be more of a money play than I thought. That 153 is guaranteed. Remember this. He could roll out after 1 year. Say, hey, guys, I tried. I can't play with these guys.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
That's true.
So for me, I'm a big thing of this is more of a money play than I've ever seen, because Rodgers has always said, I need Davante. He's made it very clear, I need him to be successful. You got A.J. Dillon. You got, Williams in the backfield. You got all these guys, but they're running back. We've talked about it before. That's passé now. That's not the most important.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb is like as old as we are. He's not going to do what he used to do. This team has changed offensively. Huge. This is a huge decline, and there's no one on the free market. So this bothers me. This is not good. You want to be 4-time MVP? Congratulations. 2 in a row? Awesome. But remember, you're only an MVP. Football is the ultimate team sport. And if Rodgers doesn't respect that, then we're going to run into a lot of problems here, my friend.
But I just think, you know what, when you look at Rodgers' tenure in Green Bay, I mean, he'll always find a guy.
He's got to build some rapport with them.
Guys,
it doesn't just start right
I'm not
away.
worried, because when Davante Adams was first there, everyone knew he was good, but no one thought he was great, Mitch.
First off, you're right. But Dimitri, the one thing, Davante Adams came out of Division 2, right? You got to remember, and then moved up to Division 1. The reality is that Davante was a hidden gem. He should have been in Division 1. You know what I mean? He was found just like Rodgers, went way higher than he should have. Okay. And that report, and maybe that's how they fed each other. They're like, hey, man, and no one believed in
Mitch,
us.
I don't disregard that it worked, that it doesn't work, and that he doesn't need him. Now, Rodgers has got to rebuild. The team's got to rebuild to find some chemistry. But if a guy doesn't want to be there, it doesn't matter. It's
You're right.
It's just better to go.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great wide receivers in the NFL. Yeah. There are a lot of people that you can build the rapport with. And if Rodgers was just about the money, you got to remember as well, is that if you know a guy's leaving and you know that he's going to go, you mean to tell me that if Aaron Rodgers those two couldn't have packaged to Vegas where he was speculated to go and say, hey, if he's going to go and that's where you want to go, guess what? I want to go. And Vegas would have paid them both.
No, dude,
they would have
that's where you're wrong.
No,
that's not,
they would have let go of Carr.
You're right. They would have.
Like
of course
that.
They would have. But here's the problem is that, to your point, did Devontae want to leave Green Bay? Yeah, he did. Listen, Devontae seems like that kind of personality that he's like, I've been drafted by the Green Bay Packers. Awesome. I'm going to make it work. And then in 5 years, 7 years, whenever I can, I'm going to roll out. He's from the Bay Area. So he's from that side of the West. He wants to go back home. I've said this to you before. If we ever make the pilgrimage together to Green Bay, you'll see why Green Bay has such a hard time bringing in free agents. You'll see why. The minute we roll in, you'll be like, I see
it's
what
like
you
playing
mean.
for the Winnipeg Jets. I get it.
It's exactly what it is. But what I'm getting at is that in all what you just said about Rodgers maybe going to Vegas, absolutely true. But you know why he didn't go? Because he wasn't going to get that money. This was all about the money, man. I'm telling you right now, Rodgers wanted to be even. Do you think he knew that Deshaun was going to get that money? No way. Or he would have waited. Let Deshaun get paid. Then you know how mad he must be right now? That $153 million guaranteed is nothing compared to the $230 that Deshaun's getting, and he's the MVP, and he lost his top wide receiver? Come on.
Fine. Moving on.
Yeah.
I think we spent a lot of time on MVP.
We got to talk about it.
But let's talk about the difference between a guy like Rodgers,
right,
who gets the money to play on his team, versus a guy who sacrifices money
that's right.
to be on the team. And that's one Mr. Thomas, the Archangel Brady.
Are you reading my notes? Are you reading my notes?
At this point, do I even need to?
So true. So Tommy Brady, 40 days. 40 days.
You know what? He is the Lord.
He is the Lord. 40 days retired.
He spent 40 days in the desert,
he says,
only to return.
Could you imagine? He was at home like this. Honey, can you go pick up the kids? Yeah. I'll be right back. Honey, the dishes from the dishwasher, can you get them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gronk never asked me to get the dishes. And dude, 40 days was too much for Tommy. And Tommy rolls out. He says, I'm back. And you know what? I knew it. I knew he couldn't stay away.
Come on.
I swear to God. And I'll tell you why. You know why?
Do you think that was a salary play or a team play?
I think so.
That's what I felt.
I think he wanted to go to San Francisco. And when he saw that Tampa Bay wasn't letting go of the contract or doing anything, he's like, well, he bluffed and he got called on his bluff. And they end up bringing him back. And he goes, it's not the worst scenario. I didn't lose all my chips. I'm still with a good team.
Right.
I truly believe that the Tom Brady thing was all a point. Because here's the 7-time Super Bowl champ, the GOAT of NFL, and there was no press conference yet. There was no anything.
That's where my guard was up.
Yeah.
The whole retirement speech press conference, it was not.
Yeah, there was nothing there. There wasn't one.
It was just, okay, a tweet, thank you, this.
Exactly.
I thought there was a work there.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm like, is he just going to show up at WrestleMania and then go back to...
That would have been cool.
That would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been great.
He would beat Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
You're looking at the champ.
You're looking at the champ. The universal champ. That's like awesome. What are your thoughts on Tom coming back? Does he have it a little more?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. You know what I respect about Tom Brady though?
What's that?
Is he knows himself very well, and he kind of understands how to put himself in positions, and that's what the greats do to be successful. He doesn't have the 4 quarters of arm that he would have in his youth. Right? He understands that he needed to change his diet, change his body. He understands the kind of team he needs in order to be successful, right? Peyton Manning did the same thing. These guys, they're real with themselves, right? And that's what I really love about him. So a team like Tampa Bay is amazing, right? Is amazing. I was hoping he would go to San Francisco. Because could you imagine? You got to look at Garoppolo, and you got to say, I feel sorry for this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good that I got away from that Tom Brady scenario so I could start a game. We're bringing Tom in. What?
Pardon? Again? Like, it's like Tom goes out of his way at the supermarket.
You're looking for me.
Hey, you're getting... what are the chances?
Oh.
You know the watermelons are on sale. I'm just letting you know. Just over here.
You need a ride?
Oh, my supermodel wife? This is her.
Oh, man, I just said, come on. This is what we need.
Garoppolo's just minding his business.
Hey, Garapi, baby, you going to wear that number 12? You going to, what are you thinking about that?
You know, I won't lie to you. In school, I was number 10. You don't mind, do you? Everyone thinks of 12.
I just...
give me the 10.
I thought I'd change it up. Could you imagine? Are you going to finish that? like that? That would have been
Just
the best.
like,
all right, Tom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great, man.
He goes to the CFL. He's like, I'm free. Turns around. Tom owns the team.
Who would have thought, the Alouettes? You know, I pictured my career different. I pictured my career a little bit different.
Bonjour, Tommy. You know, why fight it? Just become best friends.
Bleu Saint Neuf.
Your French is good. That's pretty good. All right, from there, let's go over to the dump and chase. Let's go a little bit over to the NHL.
Sure.
We said it. We've talked about it for the last 3 weeks. It's coming down to the pipe Monday. It's trade deadline time. It's going to be a good time. But I feel like a lot of trades have already happened.
Right.
I think Monday will be the most boring thing of all time, if you want my opinion.
Okay.
Another big trade happened, and then I'm going to talk about a couple of guys because they still haven't been dealt, and these are bigger names, so let's see what's going to go on. It's Ben Chiro, defenseman with the Montreal Canadiens. Everyone wanted this guy. Big boy, strong boy. He's going to shore up the team. And he goes to Florida. Florida gives up Tyler Silimaniak, a 4th rounder, and a 1st rounder. I think they basically gave away nothing to get this guy. You just made a good team even more good. What are your thoughts on Ben going to Florida?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. I mean, that just... this Florida team's just going to be good for a while. We just got to come to terms with that. It's massive.
The only thing that worries me, you know this, I've said this for years about for teams. I don't like it when people play with chemistry. You know what I mean? When you got a good team.
Right, but I look at this I look at this as one of those Toffoli type trades.
Right.
Right, where it's like, you know what, you can just put him in in the right place and not like he won't really break anything up.
Right.
You know where they'll put him. He's that type of guy.
Yeah.
This was great. I think this is great.
It was a smart move by Florida, and it makes sense because earlier in the day they had released a player. I can't remember who it was. And me and my colleague at work, we were talking. He goes, "They released
But what about the Toronto thing? I thought that was.
You know what? It just. I tell you, they don't have enough money. I'm telling you, they put all the money up front. They don't have the assets to like get them. Because when you look at it, a 1st, a 4th, and a player. Was it that much? Not really.
No.
And if Toronto couldn't match that just shows me Toronto doesn't have anything in the cupboard. They got nothing in the cupboard, buddy.
It's not a good cupboard.
It's not. There's just a lot of Campbell's soup there.
A lot of Campbell's.
You know? And you want a little itchy band, you know? Am I crazy?
Most underrated.
We're talking to the college kids.
Most
Tell
underrated.
me they're not eating the itchy band every
Yeah,
day.
and enough of this Mr. Noodle stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Noodle, you're just a cheap knockoff.
You're a cheap knockoff.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Okay? Sapporo Ichiban is a soup in a cup.
It's a soup in a cup.
It's great.
From there, let's go over to a guy who I think everyone wants except for your team. It's Claude Giroux from Philly. Just played his 1,000th game.
Yeah.
They gave him the silver stick, which, by the way, I think is one of the coolest prizes next to the
It's
loofah.
a great stick.
Just saying that.
Loofah's the best.
It's
Loofah's
the
the
best.
best.
But Claude Giroux, do they deal him or they keep him?
Oh, no, they got to deal him. I mean, just, cut the Band-Aid, like we said, right? Like, guys, you've already started to break up that team. You already did the experiment where you try to bring in character guys. It's it doesn't look like you got the goalie you wanted, or maybe just needs to develop. He's got to go. Like you got to get rid of this old contract. Funny enough. Mm-hmm. So I have this it may be because I'm just a homer,
right?
But I have this weird suspicion, that he could come to Calgary.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think so. You know what? I think Calgary's done now. Unless they're like giving him away for free or something.
Yeah.
Like I just don't see. He seems like a guy that could be a little disruptive, and I'm not saying from a bad thing. He's their captain, all that. I don't know. There's just something about him. I feel like he wants a little bit of the accolade, man. I don't know.
See, this is where you talked about Chiro and chemistry. This is where teams got to be careful bringing a guy like this because, you know, a guy like that is, unless he's willing to be a supplement piece to an already existing team for a cut, like he has to mentally be willing. Now you're playing with fire because he's going to go to where, you know, he probably in his head still, hey, look, I'm a first line guy. So wherever I go, I want to be first line.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's where these teams got to be careful with the shiny keys here, Mitch.
Right. That's exactly my point. He's still talented enough. He can make a difference. But I just get this feeling he's that guy. He's like, yeah, I'm first line. So you're going down, right? You're going to second line? Like, I don't know. There's just something there. I don't know what it is. I just feel that way. Okay, Mark Giordano, big talk. He was our Flames guy. We love him here. Like, I'm surprised we haven't erected a statue of this guy yet. I mean, the fan base loves him that much. Do we take him back? We do need a defenseman here in Calgary or anywhere. Does Mark Giordano move at trade deadline? Yeah,
he will move. I think at trade deadline, right? Someone will want him. I hope Calgary doesn't get him, and if they do, I hope he's the 6th/7th defenseman. You're done with it. It's done. He's not. He doesn't. They knew it then, and nothing's changed now. He does not fit the team.
Yeah. I'll say this. Hey, Edmonton, you want to play mind games? Go get Mark.
It's not.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
You want to play mind games? You want to get in Calgary's head? You go get the guy that here in Calgary. I like Mark, but man, we have this love for him that is like a little more than I feel like he deserves. I'm going to say it out loud. I like him, but I don't like him that much. I just don't understand why everyone's...
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He was a good player and a good guy. He's a good defender. We're done. Go somewhere else.
Edmonton, make that move. Last one, and it's the one you know. It's Marc-Andre Fleury. Now, here's a list of teams, and one I just heard the other day, and it intrigues me a little bit. Is it yes or no? Vegas, okay? They need him bad, so it sounds like Lehner's gone now. Boy, did you guys screw that up. Edmonton, Toronto, Pittsburgh, and here's the kicker. Colorado. That's who people are saying are going to make a play at the end to grab him. The number one team in the league. Obviously, their goalie's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you bring them in and then do the opposite? So Vegas last year, one of the best teams, right? They were playing back and forth with the Lehner and the Fleury, and look what happened. Disaster. Do you touch that chemistry? This is going back to the chemistry thing. Colorado, I'm hearing, is wanting this guy. Do you do it?
Yeah, that's not a bad move for Corral.
So?
Well, if they're going to put him on the bench and just, give him a contract for the rest of the year, like, that's not bad.
Last year's Vezina Trophy winner.
Yeah, no.
The guy you trade for at the deadline.
100%.
Really?
Why? Like, I don't know what he wants, but no, if for a team like Colorado, you're the best team.
Yeah.
Bring a guy in like that. Have him on the bench. Have him there as a supplement. What if the guy... because Colorado ran into this problem last year. You got this good team. Mind you, they were missing Kadri, and they were a little, anemic at center. But imagine if Colorado had a better goaltender last year. Right? So if you got no one you can rely on, I get it. Pittsburgh, that... Again, he should... The best place for him to want to play is Edmonton or Toronto. Because he'll get the starting job right away. Everywhere else, he's got to be comfortable with, I don't mind doing a sharing role here. But that's how those teams have to play.
You're right.
Mitch.
I don't think Edmonton is going to be able to get him. I think
I don't think
know why.
So?
No, I don't. I think Pittsburgh. I don't know why. In the back of my mind, I feel like your boys are going to come back and get the guy that, the nostalgia move, as you call it. They're just going to go back and get him. Here's a little thing. Toronto has wanted a goalie. Have you noticed how Anderson, their goalie from last year, is now with Carolina, leads the league in almost every category?
So, Toronto.
Yeah.
We talked about it last year. Shame on you. What did we say?
Shame on you. Yeah.
What do we say? You got the guy. You don't need to mess with it. You know what I don't understand, Mitch?
What?
Those 4 players that they paid insane amounts of money, they will ride and die into the sunset.
Yes.
And they haven't played their full part. They've done it in the regular season, but they haven't done it in the playoffs.
Right.
And you can't even give a few years for a goalie who's doing pretty good. Now look, Carolina's like, no problem.
Yeah, buddy,
no problem.
They look great. Carolina, I'm telling you, I've said it before on this podcast. You said it. They're under the radar guys. These are the guys that everyone should be the most worried about. Not the Floridas, not the Tampa Bays, the Carolinas. the Carolinas.
Heads Carolina, tails California.
I was going to go into
catchy
NBA
song.
talk.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off until next week. The reason is because there's a topic I really want to get into, and I think it'll take us forever because Kyrie Irving, that I wanted to talk a little bit about that. This guy just doesn't, he's not allowed to play in the state of New York where he is, right? He's in Jersey or Brooklyn, whatever. He can't play. So he misses 41 home games. When he's playing, he's averaging almost 30 points a game. If you're not Brooklyn, do you not just walk behind him and jab him and just do it? Do you just not do it? You're like, dude, this is crazy. Like, I know you got to stick to your standards. I get it. I respect it. But as an owner, you got to be like,
Just leave,
41
man.
games? And then the other
What
topic.
a great gig for him.
He loves it.
Buddy,
this isn't
think
a
about
time management thing, right?
time management. Think about price per game.
Yeah, man.
He's like, hold on a sec. Like, on a prorated basis, that guy's doubled his salary.
Easily. You're
Like,
absolutely right.
Like, if the guy's getting paid $500K a game,
Yeah.
for example, right?
Uh-huh.
Now he's making $1 million a game.
Technically.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
And then add an injury just in case.
I know.
Guy's going to play 23 games.
Well, if they don't change that state, so right now they're 8th place in the East. So let's
Really?
say they make the playoffs. You can't play in your home games.
jab
Like, what are
them.
you gonna do?
Just jab them from behind.
Dude, if I was the owner of Brooklyn, I'd be like, hey, Kyrie, what's up?
both at the same time.
I would
And
have
like
to do it.
3 different brands
Yeah.
just in case, right?
Just in case. I'm sorry, Kyrie, but I would have to do it. I'm sorry. It's a money play. I have to do it. I got no choice.
Wow, you thought I was controversial.
Buddy, this is bigger. This is bigger than the Terry Fox thing. This is bigger.
You just want to jab a guy in secret.
Well,
Great.
because I want to make my money.
Great. We're gonna have a
I put money on this guy, and he's not playing.
We're
I
going to have
gotta
a
do
convoy
something.
now. We're going to have a convoy.
We're gonna have a convoy.
yeah.
You're right.
Mandatory jabbing. Great, Mitch. Thank you.
All right, you're right. You know what? I might have been offside, but I'm just saying. I'm saying, right? All right. And then I was going to bring up Russell Westbrook, 2016-17 MVP. This guy's fallen off the face of the map. He's over with the Lakers. But what I want to talk about, we'll talk about it maybe when we're on the live radio, is about the taunting. The fans and everyone have gone crazy, where now it's caused other... in the Indian Wells tennis, Naomi Osaka got on the microphone and basically told the crowd to stop.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
man.
got to talk about the taunting. We
Jeez.
won't do it on this podcast, but I look forward to that conversation.
Yeah,
because-
you know what? Because I want to... Thank you, Mitch. Because we need to spend some time on this one.
Yeah, that one's a bigger topic.
Okay, next week.
Here we go.
Taunting.
Done. Next week is episode 200. Remember that. Buddy, we've done it.
200 episodes?
200.
Buddy, you know what I was thinking? We've done so many of these. We're like the UFC, like every week where it's like welcome to
Can I be Joe
UFC
Rogan?
3472.
I'm Joe Rogan. I call Joe Rogan.
I think because of
You're
your
Daniel Cormier.
you know what? I'm
Yeah,
okay with
you're
that.
the Cormier.
I'm okay with that.
All
No,
right.
you know who I would be? I forget the guy's name.
Bisbee.
I could take the Bisbing, but I wouldn't be that guy.
Okay.
I'd be, the original guy that did it with Rogan. There was Rogan, and then there was the other main guy. He had the radio voice.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? He's
It'll come to me. It'll come
right.
to me. I know who you're talking
That's
about.
who I would be. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? That is you.
You would be the Rogan.
I'm the Rogan. I'm going to shave my head for next week. I'm doing it.
You okay? I don't think you're a very particularly good-looking guy.
Well,
but
that's
if you,
nice.
If you
That's nice. Thanks for telling me
hey,
that.
Hey, I'm just trying
That
to be
breaks
honest.
my heart.
Listen, I didn't say. Look, I just said particularly good-looking.
I don't know where that's
It's a
coming
matter
from.
of taste. But if you shave your head,
Right.
you cannot surface.
No.
Yeah, you can. The camera's got to. It can't work.
Gotta go.
Mitch.
I don't. You know that we'll talk about this off air. I'm gonna get into rapid banter because we're already over the time. All right, here we go. Rapid banter. The AFC West division has made lots of moves in the past week. Which is harder to win, the AFC West or the Major League Baseball American League East?
American League East.
Who wins? Elon Musk went to Twitter and challenged Vlad Putin to a fight, one-on-one for the Ukraine. Good idea or bad idea?
Bad idea. That's like me going in against Khabib.
It doesn't sound good, yeah.
Not good. Not good.
Money matters. Major League phenom Ken Griffey Jr., who retired in 2010, will be the 6th highest paid player on the Reds this year. Is this why baseball has issues all the time?
As long as he comes out with a new video game.
Buddy, I missed that game.
Great baseball game.
Baseball game. Respect. 5,373 kilometers is the amount of time or the amount of kilometers that Terry Fox ran in 142 days. When will you give him the respect that he deserves?
Listen, 2,718 is the amount of points that makes you great.
The Flames picked up Cale Jarnkrok this week. He's the 6th Swede on the Calgary Flames roster. Should they change the name to the Calgary Lagors?
I think that was a very sweet trade, man.
That's I checked it up. That means flames in
Really?
Swedish. Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay,
right.
okay.
March Madness started on Thursday. Over 17 million brackets were logged in. Kentucky loses to St. Peter. Was this divine intervention or just a better inside game?
Hook 'em, horns!
That's good. Eve Gascon will make her QMJHL debut in net for the Gatineau Olympics on Saturday. Thoughts?
Gotten, yes.
Mike Tyson says Floyd Mayweather is not the best of all time despite his 50-0 record. Do you agree or do you agree? Because I'm not disagreeing with Mike.
He is the best of all time.
What?
You know how I feel about this, Mitch.
Second last one. Jake Paul has reached out to Kanye and Pete Davidson, $60 million each if they fight each other. Meet me at the bike racks, or Kim's worth way more than that.
Jake Paul, I love you. Promoter, fighter.
Here is last one. And this one goes out to our boy, Scott Hall. A wrestling legend passed this week, Scott Hall, a.k.a. Razor Ramon. What's his best line ever?
Hey, yo.
There it is. There it is. That's Rapid Banter.
Buddy, that guy, you know what? He was too sweet. He was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Same with me, man.
Yeah.
I loved him, too.
Yeah.
I loved him, too.
Yeah,
He was
it's crazy.
great personality, funny, but didn't want it. Like dry humor. You could tell he was a dry humor guy.
Totally.
With that being said, let's jump over to Maga Malaka, pass or fail. So going back to the Jake Paul, he makes a great call. He says, hey, why don't you guys just fight each other? It's obvious you guys want to.
Yeah.
Just go at it and make some money while you're doing it. So I said, hey, celebrities and or actors that me and you might want to fight.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
First one, Kanye. Do you want to fight Kanye? Maga or Malaka?
Yeah, I'd fight Kanye. I think it'd be a good, Maga.
Maga?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Maga.
You think you can take him?
Yeah, of course.
By the way, boxing or UFC style?
I got to go boxing.
Yeah, boxing.
Although I was a good wrestler in high school, so I think I could transition well.
Here's one for you. John Mayer. Maga or Malaka?
No, Malaka.
Malaka. You don't want to fight Mayer.
You can't pick on the kids, man.
I think he's older than you.
Yeah, but... You know, it would be like me beating up a fourth grader.
I think John Mayer would beat you senseless.
Yeah, right.
I'm telling you,
Mitch, how about you?
I'm just saying.
Would you get in the ring with John Mayer? Of course you would. It's the only fight you'd win.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. Here's one for you. Mr. Perfect. Would you fight Mr. Perfect?
No, I wouldn't want any part of that.
Yeah.
Look, I have high praise for myself.
Sure.
But I could not escape the perfect plex.
No,
it's
you
a
can't
good
get out of it.
plex.
Well, it's also because you're not, you're not wiry. You couldn't. He puts you in that pretzel. You're stuck like that forever.
I'd be stuck.
You'd be stuck.
Your
knee would be in your ear all your life.
It's an area of my game I would need substantial work.
Lots of work.
Lots of work.
Here's one for you, Jay Leno. Would you fight Jay Leno?
Yeah, easy target.
Easy target.
Yeah, you know, like that. You know what? Does he have the chin for it?
Do you know I went to Vegas years ago for a stag, and we went to his and I fell asleep during his thing.
His comedy act.
Horrible.
Great host, but I know. Like,
I just don't like him. I don't know.
I don't know. Politics.
Here's one for you. Anyone from the Friends show sitcom? Anyone from Friends?
No, Malaka. I wouldn't want to do it.
See, Joey, I wouldn't fight.
Because in case you lose, no one will ever let that down.
That's also true.
You got beat up by one of the Friends guys.
You can't lose to Ross.
You cannot lose to Ross.
Yeah.
You cannot.
And or Chandler. You can't lose to either one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be not good. Alex Rodriguez, former MLB star. Calgary Cannon also.
You know what? I'm going to say Malaka because I think that guy takes me pretty handily.
I think I would fight him. I want to just mess up his hair. I would at least try to get in the ring to do that with him. Two more for you. Here's one. Not because I don't want to fight. Like, I don't want to fight you, but if money was on the board, I would fight Tom Brady. Would you fight Tom Brady?
Come on, Mitch. No,
I got to fight Tom.
That's sacrilegious.
Yeah, it's true.
That's sacrilegious.
I want to feel the aura. I want to get in there and just see, is this all real? Is this all real?
Mitch, you just pin me, Tom.
All right, last one. This one could be more of a cage match. I would look at this one.
Okay.
O.J. Simpson. Maga or Malaka?
I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of this answer. I don't want any part of that fight. I don't want any part of anything to do here.
He's a killer.
He's a killer. I told you last week you're a baiter.
He's a killer, this guy.
You're a baiter, okay? You are a baiter.
I told you
I'm not
a
falling
baiter.
for it.
No, I'm not.
I don't want anything to do with it, okay?
I'd like to talk to you off the microphones about the ugly comment. I'd like to talk to you about
If he puts me to submit, I just can't quit.
That's a good one.
I just came up with it.
That's it. There you go. It's Maga Malaka, episode 199, buddy.
199.
Yeah.
Take away the 1. You got 99. What's 99? The greatest Canadian athlete of all time. I said it. He knows it. You love it. We respect it. But ladies and gentlemen, roster, all alike, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll tell you Sports Show YYC, Instagram and Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, CJSW, 90.9 FM, the YouTube channel. Hit this, okay? Hit right there. Click. It's so easy. But look, we'll see you next week for the 200th episode. But this is one for the books. We got to shove it in the locker because we got to hit the showers.
Boom. We should maybe bring it back. What do you think?
100%.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we got to. We got to get the soundbite.
So
Do we invite the guy?
So you think I'm ugly? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I just no.
You actually
Not
said
not
ugly.
ugly.
You said ugly.
No, I just
think
said I
you
don't
said
think
ugly.
you're particularly good looking.
But
You're just
you
looking.
called me ugly.
No, you're fair. You're fair. 6 out of 10
6? Come on.
on your best day.
On my best day, 6 out of 10. That was big. You think you know somebody, you know?
You know what? I don't think you're ugly. So your buddy
No.
Chris, he posted your boy, he posted a picture on Facebook.
That's right.
The other day of you guys back in the day. And actually I looked, I said, you know what? You're a good looking guy back then.
Back then.
Lose the beard. Why don't you lose the beard, Mitch?
No. Sans beard.
I like
beard
the beard,
stays forever.
but you look so young and vibrant.
I was young. We must have been 20 in that picture.
But if you take it off now, like what? I think you should go mustache. Personally,
That's a thought. It's crossed my mind, but the wife's not having it. So
she doesn't want it. Eh? She likes the beard.
She loves the beard.
Loves
the beard. I feel like I created the beard scene. You know, I was doing this way before it became a thing.
Yeah, you know what? I would say you're a pioneer of the beard.
I would say I was a pioneer.
Out in the Greek community, for sure.
Just all communities.
Yeah.
I
You think all communities?
All communities.
I would put that to a challenge.
I would say I'd win that challenge.
I don't know if I agree.
You'd be wrong. Have a great week, everyone.
Yeah,
let's just walk away.
Yeah,
we got things to do, all right?
Yeah, I know, because we're late.
You're late. What? Buddy, I was standing right here the whole time. Who was I waiting for in the parking lot? Me? I wasn't waiting for me.
Mitch,
I was waiting for you.
You are like an old guy. You've already gone to old man dad technology mode. You're sitting there like, honey, how do I send this thing? I
just want to make sure I get your good side.
I got this new iPhone.
You know what? Let's just go.
I do with
Let's
it?
just go. Why do we fight?
You know what?
Let's just go. Okay, let's just walk away.
Then I'm mostly what they bopping. You can say, but you got when it's Tuesday, I be locked in.